I don't know what's going on. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my live. My name is Cheryl Grabowski. I'm a streamer. And lately, what's viral all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what's the other place that I be on? Substack, uh, Twitter, which is called X, is all over. And these are all the places that I go look for viral stories that are happening. And so this Nolan Wells case is a viral story. And I, being the introspection lady and the lady who sat down at my table one day and just started talking about my life and my pain. And that has evolved into this wonderful channel and this wonderful space that I've created where we talk about emotional intelligence. KC, the one, this is where the live just goes. YouTube does it. It just goes, it just falls away. And then I go right back live. So if the screen ever goes out, just come back into the new live because I'm back talking. And we're gonna do what we started a few minutes ago. So it just goes and it doesn't allow me to resume the live to the point where I have to start a new one. And then the screen starts looking kind of weird like it's looking now. So I don't know exactly what's going on. All right, and so I'm just doing an intro, telling the people how I got to this point and what I do over here on my channel. So we're gonna listen to Don. The interwebs are talking. And we're gonna listen. Let me do the intro again. The social media is talking. We're gonna listen to what the people are saying on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Substack, X, all over the place, YouTube, all over the place. We're gonna listen to what they say and how they feel about Nolan Wells' case. Let's go. The streaming folks are talking, and I think that they have a point. Roll it. This is everybody from Ocean Springs and the Gulf Coast, Rhode Island. And we went last year. No one was on the boat with me last year. And 4th of July, everybody was out there. Like I said, no one was always trying to go on the boat, trying to go out there with us. And did it. They did it. You can't change my fucking opinion because why the fuck are you on a podcast, but you deny talking to the police? Huh? Your friend was missing. Why are they on the podcast, but you deny talking to the police? You do the podcast, but you won't talk to the police. That's a good question. Your friend, you say best friend. I don't believe that. But your friend was missing and you denied going to the police. Once your friend's body is found, you then go to podcast while still denying talking to the fucking police. And then social media's all disappeared. I thought y'all didn't want the social media interaction. Why are you going to podcast? And then we hear the preliminary hearing of the autopsy results, right? What the fuck is going on? Why is a piece of his neck missing? Why are his organs missing? Are they not getting a toxicology report? Huh? I find it interesting because... So those are all the questions that, look, as he said, of course you did it. We don't know that. I can't say that about that young man. We don't know who did it or what happened. But I think, again, the questions are legit. And if you are cognizant of the issue that maybe you're not cognizant of, you would have gone to a more mainstream or a more neutral outlet rather than a far right winger for someone who says that black people were better off during slavery. So the Nolan's friend went to a far right podcaster and allowed himself to be interviewed over there with the far right people who are running this anti-black campaign. I did not know that. This is the first time I've ever heard that. Nolan's friend goes to the podcaster who is Officer Tatum. You talking about that big black man who's anti-black? That's who you're talking about. Oh my God, I know you ain't talking about the man. I'm talking about Mr. Tom. Do you know Officer Tatum? Because I think it's that big black man that used to play football. That man is anti-black. That man has a problem. Is that who you talking about? Oh my God. Officer Is he okay? Okay, listen, ADHD, everything. Is he a big black man? That's about my complexion, meaning my color. Not dark Hershey chocolate. No, not dark chocolate. More of like a caramel. ADHD says yes. That's Officer Tatum. That man got a listen. I've seen that man on social media and I watched him for days because he had me floored. I could not believe that this man took this stance. Okay, so I was married to a white man before too. Okay, to a white man. And Officer Tatum is married to a white woman, but it goes beyond that. He's Black MAGA. So one of the friends went over there and interviewed with him. That man is very anti-black. Mr. Time says, I gotta go look that up because the only commission I know in Mississippi is white as Santa Claus. His name is Officer Tatum. Tatum. How you spell it, boo? Tatum. That man is listen. No. He used to be a police officer. That's right. Not a football player. Police. That man anti-black. That man, when that man was young, black women, either that man got a bad relationship. Listen to me. I don't. I'm gonna read your comment, but listen. Even if that man had a bad relationship with his mama, or either when he was growing up and he was really young, black girls did not like him. Something is wrong with that man. Could y'all hit the like button? Yeah, they racist in Mississippi, but hey, I'm talking about Officer Tatum, him. That man is anti-black. It is scary what folk can get away with, yeah. Because if the people in power are liars, narcissists, and manipulators, and they got friends, they can do what the fuck they want. You know, when you think about some of the things that we've heard about, some of the things that we learned about the island, and now the people that our president put in position, some of those people were in connection to that island. See how powerful people move together and get positions of authority, how they collude together, and they're on the top. They go get these positions and jobs of power and authority so that they can do their stuff to people. Okay, listen. Okay. Oh my God. Don't troll me. 2026 with an IRS garnishment. Don't troll me, honey. Where's the lie? Don't troll me. Because you're not a real person. Or you wouldn't have a why. Listen. Where's the lie? I'm not going to warn you too many more times. Don't troll me. Well, we're going to get some facts, okay? And okay, we're going to get some facts. McCollum is here. Okay, hold on. Crime. Only thing coming up is a white league officer, and he's in white, and I can't even spell his name. He has a no. Look on YouTube. Just put Officer Tatum in on YouTube. You got another device, Mr. Time? Oh. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, child. All right, so we get ready to listen to a little bit more of what the people on YouTube, bro. Yeah, go to YouTube because he's there on YouTube. Analyst, active CSI for a Metro Atlanta Police Department. And let's listen and see what she says. Swim in a sewer, and now friends of the show. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Cheryl. I just need to get 1 minute because I need a word from our sponsors.
You ever finish a
Come
book
on,
in a day and you
Don.
think, I wish more people would read this? Well, that's how I
I
thought
don't want
about
to fast
Lilly's
forward it because we might
Parasites
go
Extended,
past what she's
Replacing
saying. Hold on, let me turn it
Exploitation with
down.
Mutual Care by George Koch. The book advocates
Linda says,
for
sounds like she
why
is telling the
businesses
truth.
to reward exploitation instead of cooperation. George Koch draws on history, real-world examples, and his own experience as
Hold
a
on.
technology executive to
I'm just
explain
waiting till this
how to
commercial's
realize
gone,
wealth.
y'all. But honey,
Gain
this is
over them
crazy.
to
He
discourage
went and talked to
questioning
Officer
the system.
Tatum.
But what I like most is that he doesn't
That man
celebrate
hate
the
black people.
diagnosis. He offers another way to think
Miss
about the world,
Grabowski, I
surviving
can't
based on
look that
mutual
up
care and
where
support
I'm
to the
at
core.
my job.
Whether you
Not
read
on
it
this
in
computer is giving
paperback,
me some John
digitally, or
something who
listen
is a
to the
lead
audiobook,
person on the case, and this
anytime.
must have been
And if you
somebody
genuinely can't afford it,
before John.
this
No,
book
no, the
is meant
Officer
for free.
Tatum
Visit the
person is a
BPS
YouTube
online or text
personality.
Lilly
He
to
has a
501
huge, I think he has,
LLY
last time I checked,
501
I thought he had almost a
Text
million
to
subscribers. He might have more now, but he's
Thank you.
anti-black.
We
Listen.
appreciate our sponsors. They keep us powered. Cheryl, crime scene expert. And you look, if people don't believe that you're an expert, look at what she's wearing. Look at her fit today, right?
Okay, hold on. Linda said the truth is the psychologists and the psychiatrists let these narcissist people loose on the world. They can't do nothing about it, Linda. For the longest time, listen, Linda, for the longest time, people didn't believe that mental health was a real. For the many a years, I taught so much. Linda, I taught my mother so much before she passed away, Linda. I taught my mother so much before she passed away. I'm telling you. These people, the psychologists and the psychiatrists, they know the truth. Just imagine looking at our president. They knew what he was from the beginning. But most people, we talking about people that are highly educated. We talking about people that have really, really good jobs. We talking about judges. We're talking about politicians. We're talking about doctors. They didn't know. They don't know. Cheryl, the reason, the biggest reason why I'm here on YouTube, everybody know I'm all things mental health. That's me. I'm reeking. It's coming out of my pores. That's my whole entire life. I'm serious. It's a big deal. And I think when President Trump would have been taken out of power, it makes me shame to be an American. Me too, Linda. Me too. Listen, let's listen to see what this person says.
Cheryl, you were shaking your head as I came to you. What?
Oh, friend, my friend. You know, Don, you and I have been around a long time. We have worked things together. Here's what I don't understand. What you just played for me. Isn't that child's mama a lawyer or a judge? Don't they know they're going to be sued? Why are you talking? Why are you talking to anybody that's not law enforcement? Why? Why are you not talking to the family's attorney if you have so much information that would help this mama? I said it to you before, and I'm going to say it again. His mama's not an idiot. She wants factual information. That is what she deserves. Don, I'm going to tell you something. That is the only thing that is going to give her any relief of this horrific nightmare she's living. What did she get yesterday? Undetermined? Horrible. Horrible. She got information that people don't understand. The organs are missing. Why did they keep the neck? I mean, all of these things, somebody needs to sit down with her and explain exactly what goes on during an autopsy, why the throat may have been kept. Those are easy answers. The organs are always removed. Y'all, an autopsy's horrible. It's invasive, but the organs are removed. Could the medical examiner keep the throat? Yes. That's pretty standard. They've got to do toxicology. They've got to test tissue. They want to know what shape was the larynx in. You know, did it have any sand, any injury? You know, the throat, the trachea.
But see what she not saying. This the thing. This the thing about her. Now I like her and I like her energy, right? I think she's a good person because Don likes her too. Can y'all thumb up the live? Please help me out. We might lose this live too because y'all are sitting here and y'all not hit the like button. And y'all know how they do us. They'll just throw us to the trash. So y'all hit the live. So, but this is what I don't like about what she's saying. And I do like her. I don't feel any bad vibes from her. But they don't keep the whole neck. They don't keep the whole larynx. That's how she pronounced it. Larynx. They only need a little piece. So I don't know why she's not saying that. They didn't need the whole thing. They needed to leave some for the second autopsy, but they were probably thinking that there wouldn't be a second autopsy. You need to go back to history, like when they don't put the K word in there, boo. President Kennedy, the truth is just now coming out. I know. What do you think they would find? I don't know what they would find, but just leave it in there so the other medical examiner can look at it. Because we don't trust Mississippi. Now, this is the thing, everybody on the live, 85 people here. And could y'all please hit the like button? We don't trust Mississippi. Sorry. And it's okay for us to say we don't trust Mississippi because of the history. Mississippi just recently had, I don't know how many African American people unalived. A lot of people believe that this is just beliefs, it's not a facts, but most of the time it starts with the belief that the law enforcement is doing it. So, but we just gonna throw that out. But what we're gonna say is because of Mississippi's history, we don't trust them. That's it. I'm starting to not trust the people in the chat for not hitting the like button. We're not asking for no donation. Just hit the like. Yeah, listen.
And they should. But that's not sinister. That's not negative. And she needs to be able to understand that. That's part of it.
Listen, lady, ma'am, listen, lady, ma'am. Listen, lady, ma'am. I don't know your name, girl. Yes, it is. It's Cheryl, just like me. They didn't need the whole thing. Why don't you say that? I don't know what they did to him. I just feel like they're responsible for I don't know. They could have beat him up and strangled him. They could have. They could have cut him. I mean, I don't know. I know he left with them and he didn't come back. They never said what race of girl he was left behind to spend time with on that trip. Why? No, they said she was white. You didn't need the whole larynx. What's up, Benny White? How you doing today? They didn't need the whole thing. I heard another. Nancy Grace had a medical examiner on her show last night with a massive, big career. This man is big dog. You know what I'm saying? And what he been doing for 30 some years. They didn't need the whole thing. Just leave some for a second autopsy. We don't trust Mississippi. Tammy, I believe that Nolan Wells was attacked and deleted. I believe it was premeditated and then everybody got a lawyer. I don't believe they're innocent. It's good and bad for you because of it. I got 3 grandbabies who are mixed race. They're black and white. I'm good. I'm good. Could y'all please hit the like button? Oh, please hit the like. We only got 23 likes. We got 64 people just sitting in here. I don't. Why do you? Okay, for the ones that say, Cheryl, why do you believe that the boys had anything to do with Nolan's death? I could ask you the same question. Why do you believe they're innocent? Why are they given? Why are they given the benefit of the doubt? Why? Why do you presume that they are innocent? What is it about them? Do you know them? They've not done a lot of talking. What is it about the boys that make you feel like they're innocent? Could y'all thumbs the live up, please? Somebody tell me. Are you typing? Tell me why you feel like it. because there are pictures of him after they left. What pictures? I ain't seen them. Innocent until proven guilty. But if they were black boys, they would have been arrested. Bald 331. Correct? Ball 331. If they were black boys, they would have been arrested and then they would have had to be proven that they were innocent, but they would have held them. They would have went to jail. Am I correct? Yes, I am correct. Tell the truth. Yes, I am. Now y'all want to lie. You can't have an honest conversation if you're going to be tell lies. Then I guess you don't know what happens to black people when something bad happens, and watch them not get the benefit of the doubt. Watch them be harshly treated by our judicial system and policing. So I guess you don't know enough about black people. And that is sad. And it might be the case because a lot of times white people live very white lives. You know, when I went to Michigan, um, not Detroit, but I went to northern Michigan, which is really, 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 really close to Canada, right at Sault Ste. Marie, where the locks are. When I was up there in that area for a good little while, those people were not used to seeing black people. They live a white ass life. A lot of white people live a white ass life. They don't even watch black people on television. I've listened to white people on TikTok say that they don't know anything about black people. So you might not know, but I'm going to let you know that if the white boy would have washed up on the beach, as soon as his body was found, the police would have went to the houses of the black boys and their asses would have been in jail immediately. Bernard said the adults should be charged. Why, Bernard? Why do you think so, Bernard? Why do you think the parents should be arrested? This is crazy. You know what I mean? Underage drinking. Well, Bernard, I'm going to say this. Young people drink and get high. They do that. They sneak and do it. They do it. You know, young people do that. No, he didn't drown. They ruled that out. Didn't have any water in his lungs. He didn't drown. They would have arrested the black boys. They would have arrested them without the evidence that something is illegal. This is the thing my white friends don't understand. My white friends don't understand it. White people, white friends, y'all don't understand this. It's kind of hard to have a conversation with y'all about this because you won't take the time to look into it, and because you're not us. So Connie says, was any of the so-called white friends at the funeral? I don't think so. What's up, True Engagement? I'm not going to time nobody out for saying something stupid or dumb. Right? We don't care that much. We're just having a conversation. He didn't drown. Take Carmelo Anthony. Starbright says they arrested him. And even with the boys lawyering up and said they don't know what happened to Nolan, they still would have been arrested. Or not. Let me change that. Maybe not arrested, right?
Unknown caller.
Maybe not arrested, but certainly questioned. Can you, the white people that are here in the chat, could you tell me why they were not questioned? Does anybody have a logical reason why, since y'all accuse me of not being logical? Okay, so Tammy said they were not allowed to go to the funeral. I didn't know that. But can you tell me why they were not questioned? The official autopsy haven't been released yet, so they haven't ruled it out. Well, the second autopsy ruled it out because they knew what the lungs, what was going on with the lungs. It was white boys from his college was there. I'm from Australia. We don't have the black and white thing here. Well, beautiful Philip. Philip said in Australia they don't have it over there. But yes, you wait a minute, Philip. Auntie, that's a damn lie. What's a damn lie? Linda said, hey, Linda, you're back. Linda said, may their conscience override their lies. Linda, everybody doesn't have a conscience, boo. Oh, you talking about that. So ADHD says, no, they did not go to that joke of a funeral. They were nervous to go. Why would you say a joke? That is really insensitive to me as the host of the show and lots of other people that are in here that have children. That is downright ADHD. That is downright disrespectful. Why would you say something like that? No proof of foul play. The foul play itself is that Nolan was dead. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about that. That's the foul play. He went there completely healthy. He showed up dead. No, God cannot make them have a conscience. It doesn't work like that. It's just almost like if you were born with autism or mental retardation, your brain is never going to straighten out. That's your brain. Well, when you don't have empathy, you don't have a conscience, and you can't have it. You can learn the right from the wrong, but it's not authentic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people are forever that away. They can't. No, God cannot help them do that. And that's not true. That's not true. It's almost like, can God grow your other leg back if it was amputated? No, because God didn't design the body for the leg to grow back. He designed the body for the hair and the nails to grow back, but not the leg. There are psychological and brain limitations. No, you cannot develop empathy if you don't have it. I didn't say that. Making content off of dead Nolan Webb. Well, that's what social media is, Vince. We talk about what's viral in the world. What's up, Poopy Pie? I don't know anything about this case. Oh my God, Poopy Pie, for real. Yeah, insensitive. That's terrible. All right, let's get back into it. Hold on.
But a lot of folks are talking way before they should, coming out with preliminary results. I don't like preliminary results. They ain't results. That ain't the ending. And you're gonna give it before the grand jury. You're gonna give it before the second autopsy is also, put out there. We need to get these two things on the same page, and we need to wait, as hard as that is. But there's still photographs coming in. There's still potential video out there. There's maybe a witness or two that hadn't come forward yet that needs to. And all of this takes time, which is unfortunate. But, I can't do anything, Don, but think of Nolan's mama. Every time you see her, you are actively watching grief on display. She is gutted. She is exhausted. She is leaning on everybody she can. But she needs somebody to sit down with her and say, these are the facts we have. This is what we know right now, factually only.
Sure.
But see, this is the thing. I don't agree with Cheryl right there either. You know why? I partly don't agree with Cheryl because she said we need to sit down with her, Nolan's mom, and give her the facts, right? But to be honest with you, don't nobody really know what's going on but Nolan and the person that helped him end up dead on the beach. Those are the people who really know the facts. That red blood in the back of his head, I don't believe that it was just blood settled there. And I also don't believe, okay, for the very reason, okay, just let's deal with this. Because they focused on this part of his neck, because they focused on that part between those two fragile bones. Okay, there are lots of things that you can do to a person's neck that will cause them to be deceased, right? That part of the neck is a very important part. Why is that part even investigated? Why is that part of his neck not completely intact? You guys keep on saying that he drowned. Okay, if he drowned, okay. But why aren't his lungs full of water? And why isn't this intact? Why do they have it? If he drowned, then why do they need that? Investigative negligence. I understand she's saying for everybody to wait. I get that too. Did no one go in the water to attempt to save him? Girl, he washed up like a day later or 2 days later, dead. Linda, Tammy, have you ever did an autopsy? I have. You've done an autopsy? What? They did report the incident, but it was a significant amount of time before they reported it. Linda, are you a medical examiner? But he was out there among friends. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. Poopy Pie does not know this case. Poopy Pie in the comments says she don't know this case, y'all. And she's in the chat listening. So from just in the chat listening to you say what you say, I'm saying what I'm saying. She's reading the chat. She said, oh, heck no. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand y'all, some of y'all. I'm glad you're here, though, but I don't understand you. If he was in the ocean 42 days, do you know how much damage the ocean can cause to a body? Well, I would imagine 42 days. The hell? This is a spooky case. Yes, I agree with that. That's all we're saying, like. I guess the way that I view it, because I understand all of y'all are, facts, facts, facts. If you see someone get in the water and you never get out, the fuck do you not call something in? They're saying that he went. They're saying that he got off Poopy Pie. They're saying that he left their boat and he decided to stay on the island because he was interested in a girl. And that Nolan said that he would just ride with somebody else back. And then 2 days later, he washes up dead. But everybody on the island, and there were lots of people there. At first, we thought it was a small amount of people there. I think they said it was about 3 to 500 people there. And out of all those people, Poopy Pie, nobody saw anything. With no phone, yeah. That's right. And well, Poopy Pie, his parents don't believe that he's decided to stay on the island without his friends, because one of the things the parents said that they always taught, and all Nolan always did, and that was always a part of his upbringing, was that you never separate from your peoples. So they did say that. Oh my goodness. Are y'all fussing, Linda and Tammy? I don't know, y'all. I just don't like it. Yeah, we ain't found the girl. Have y'all seen anywhere on anybody's podcast the girl? Because I've not seen her yet, or I haven't heard anything from her yet. Did y'all see it? Because I haven't. Have y'all seen it? Because I haven't. I've not seen the girl. Yeah, they said she was white. Tammy said she's seen pictures of her. But do you know whether or not she's been interviewed? She has been interviewed where? True engagement where? I don't know where the girl was from. But she's fine. She said, Sonya Jackson saying that the girl said he went back to the boat. Allegedly. Terrible. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. I know the boat was gone at 3:30. Autopsy does show injury to the back of the head. Well, it could have been caused by several things. But there was a blood mass under the skin at the occipital bone at the back of the head. And so the medical examiner said that the blood could have gathered there through transport while the body was being transported, but the body was drained of blood. But the medical examiner said sometimes blood can still be there. But Nancy Grace says she's not buying that, because why didn't the blood settle in other places? So they can't rule out that somebody hit him in the back of the head. They can't rule that out either. They said it couldn't Poopy Pie. I don't know. Did y'all ever think that if it was an accident, the Nolan Wells case, that they can prove that it was an accident, and the friends are just guilty of not giving a fuck And that be the end of the case. A lot of people believe that Nancy Grace gonna get to the bottom of it. You're gonna look into it. Okay, Tatum is a very smart man. He is smart, but I can't stand him. He's a black man that hate black people. I don't like that. Would you like a white man that hate white people? If you're a white person, that man is anti-black. I'm telling you, that man got trauma. He need a therapist to go back and help him find out why he hates his own people. I mean, it could be something wild like a brain aneurysm and his friends letting him go with the girl and circling back to him gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I heard the medical examiner, somebody saying something similar to that because he was a football player. It's just terrible. Because if he had an injury, a pre-existing injury, and he was drinking and excited and running and swimming, I don't know. Linda said, if you are not guilty, then why be secretive? Now, that right there is 1000% accurate to me. If somebody did something awful and they had powerful family members that they have seen them get them out of shit before, why wouldn't they try it? You think they're just gonna willingly say, if foul play is a part of it, that I didn't mean to do it, but this is what happened. You think they just gonna say that? Well, I mean, they're 18. The spot on the back of his head was said to be a previous injury from football. That's not what I heard, Tammy. Why didn't they report it in the AM? And then being worried to backtrack the story they told in the beginning. Now the tow truck people, they backtracked their story. They had to give another timeline. Matter of fact, the tow truck people, not the tow truck, but the people that would tow a boat that's in distress, they said they end up not even coming and get the boat. So they did backtrack their story. That's one
Unknown caller.
group that had backtracked for real. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. Yeah, the mama, Linda, listen, when we're on social, what's up, Rico King in the building? When we're on social media, thank you. You have trolls. Trolls meaning people come and make outlandish statements in order to get a reaction, emotional reaction from you. I've had to learn this the hard way on social media. It has caused me a whole lot of cortisol and stress. But I had to learn how not to engage with stupidity. I had to learn how to do that. Oh my God, we are talking about a human life. I know. It's so terrible. It's terrible. They towed the boat from the halfway point. Either way, they sounded like they were being sketchy. Then something tragic happened and tried to protect themselves. That's what Poopy Pie, you don't even know about this damn case, and that's what people are saying. Linda says science does not lie. I agree with that, Linda. All right, y'all. Kisses and hugs. Kisses and hugs. I'll see y'all later on when I get back. Bye, guys. Thank you for participating in today's live. Won't you do me a favor and share it? Make sure if you come in late, you hit the like button and leave a comment. Hello, everyone. You have an amazing, blessed day. You too, Rico King. Bye, guys.